Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to do business better.
Mhm.
We're here to help you run a profitable business. It's fun to run and take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with Coach Karen Fern, who's going to be talking to us all about our money. So, hey, you might want to get a pencil because this is going to be really important. I want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So let's get this party started. We have Coach Karen Fern all the way from Toronto, Canada. I love saying that. Coach Karen always has such high energy and such important things to say to us. So I always like to do this. Hold on, let me reach for it. I have my pencil. Okay. So if you see me looking over here, it's because I am taking notes, guys. All right. And I suggest you do the same. I want to welcome everybody to the broadcast. We are sending this out to Facebook, to our YouTube channel, which we'd love for you to subscribe over there, Biz Chicks, and to our Twitter account. So with that, without further ado, I introduce to some, but I present to others. Coach Karen Fern, all the way from Toronto, Canada, talking about profits in daily. All
Yes,
right,
yes,
what's
yes,
happening,
yes.
Karen?
And
Good
all this
morning,
month is
Vanessa.
morning. And all this month it's spring. So we're going into a new quarter, right? We're going into
Hmm.
a new piece. And
Oh
let's
my
talk
gosh.
about, when I say it out loud,
Isn't that something? It's like,
when I
really?
say it out loud. And all this month, though, we're talking about, do you want it bad enough? Because lots of time we say we want something, but do you want it bad enough? And that
Hmm.
already means you got to go after it. You got to do what you got to do. There is people who is doing the unthinkable. And when I look back at my journey, I really see spots and times where I do things where I didn't think. If I was to look at it now, I'd say it's impossible. But I sat my butt down. I got up. I do what I had to do and get it done. And
Hmm.
that's what you got to do. And so all this month, we're talking about money, freedom, health, wealth, and all of the wonderful things. Because profits in daily, it's not only about your money. You can be profitable, healthy, which means you'll have all the energy to go get the money. I
Oh
want
my
you to hear
goodness.
that, okay?
Say that again. You can be what?
You can have profits in daily, wealthy, healthy, sorry, because when you're healthy you can go get all that money. When
Okay.
you look at people who is really having a hard time health wise, it is so hard for them to do certain things, and still they forge through, still they push through. And if you're in that spot right now, I get it, I might know exactly what you're going through, but I understand it might be painful or what have you. But if you want it bad enough, you're going to find a way. You will find a way to get it done. And so I've got this, I'm going to plug right away. I got this 75-day challenge happening where we're going to be, and in my group, I'll be talking about it. Later today, we're going to be doing, we started Sunday. Let me make a track back. And we are deciding if you want to work out 7 days a week, 5 or 3 days a week, whichever group you fit into. But we're going to be talking about your health. We're talking about your wealth. We're talking about how you're eating right. This is about keeping people accountable. The
Yes.
people who fall off easily. This is good for them. And if you didn't join yet, you still can join. This whole week is like a free week to get yourself situated to decide if you want to join. And it's really and truly, it's a loose kind of challenge. Not only you have to sign up and I'm going to be emailing you stuff. No, 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 no. It's the kind where you come in, you're in the group, and you get the information. I put it in the file, and you go to work at it. Suggestions, really, and things to help you. And you could ask me questions, and we could all do this together. Because one of the biggest things I realized, if you do not look after your health, it is really hard to build your wealth because your mind, let me clear this up. You need to lose weight for sure if that's where you're at. I am there. I want to lose some weight. When you work out, when you run, when you walk, it just clears the mind. It takes away that fog so that you can think straight about what you want to do. Because truly, anybody can build wealth. It's just deciding what you want to do and then go forth and do it consistently and staying focused. Are you going to fall off? For sure. But it's really about that. So without any further ado, this morning I really want to talk to you about why, when we are building our wealth, we need to be accountable to our health as well.
Mm.
Really, truly, we have to be. And how does understanding our bodies help us? You see, that's important. And what benefits do we gain when we are healthy? Ah, the list is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. All that fog is gone. And if it want to return, because it will try, you'll know what to do. And it'll
Mm.
be easier. So let's dig in. Let's dive in. Let me sip some water and then we'll get to it. We'll get to work.
All righty.
As Dr. Miles Monroe would like to say, let's get to work. Let's get this work going, right? So number one is why, when we're building wealth, we need to be accountable to our health as well. Because, you know, the grind is true, but you
Mm.
have to grind sensibly. So when you're looking after your business, when you want to have profits in there, you're going to work hard. I get it. But are you working efficiently hard? And this is
Mm.
the hardest part to explain to people. Rest is part of your work. Rest is part of your health. Rest is part of being wealthy. Because when you do these parts, you feel so much better. You really feel so much better. You talk to people who haven't slept in a long time, they're angry, they're upset, they won't want to see.
Girl. And you know, at Biz Chicks, we say never make decisions when you're tired,
Mhm,
hungry, or your feet hurt. Come
mhm,
on, people, you gonna just
mhm,
say yes to
mhm.
anything. You
Exactly.
so you need that rest.
You need that rest, and that's part of your health. So you have to decide how much hours a day I want to work.
Mhm.
And when you make the decision, this is so important. When you make the decision, you're going to have to try it out
Okay.
because there's nothing's going to happen unless you put in the time and try it out. So if you say, I'm going to work 12 hours a day, why? What am I going to cover in those 12 hours? Am I going to just use 12 hours so I could tell everybody I'm working for 12 hours? Or am I going to
Okay.
actually do something in those 12 hours? Because am I gonna a part of those 12 hours is when me learning something? Part of those 12 hours me marketing? Is it part of that 12 hours I'm selling? Or am I just building content? And you gotta know because 5 days a week, you can't only be building content. 5 days a week, you're not only selling. So you have to divide it up and decide what happens. In my courses and programs, I really like to teach batching, how you batch it, how you take a bit of content and stretch it, put
Mm.
elastic to it, and make it work for you several places and several
I
times.
like that. What'd you call it? Elastic?
Yes, you stretch it out,
Wow.
right? And so when you understand that core, you're able to work less and see results. You're able to catch enough rest so you can see results, so you can think better, as Terry just said, make you function better. You get to look at your calendar and say, that wouldn't fit in there. This is the allotted time. This is it. I am creating, let's say I was creating a course and I plan to build a course and it's going to take me a week.
Mm-hmm.
In every 4 hours for that day, for every day, for those 5 days, I got a chunk of things I want to do. Okay. So I need to go to bed the night before well rested. And I need to do a bunch of things when I get up. And then I need to take that patch of 4 hours to build this course that I'm building. And I have to decide, do I want to work every 45 minutes? When I get up. Or do I
Mm.
want to
Hold
work
on.
every 50 minutes? And I'll tell you why. Because when you break for water, a washroom break, do a stretch or something else, you're going to be better for it. So those are those little 5 or 10 minutes breaks that you're having is your rest period. You're resting your brains. That's part of being healthy. That's you not pounding everything in your brain. Because when we think about health, we think about workout and eating, but it's so much more. It's the rest part. It's the recuperating part is resting your brain and watching some sort of comedy, or it's dancing and just getting yourself energized. For the tea people, is drinking a cup of tea and just being soothed with that comfortable tea aroma and just being in the moment. All of that is good for your health. And when you start seeing those things becoming what it is you want to be, you're happier. And because you're happier, you'll be more productive. You'll be more focused. You'll want to do so. Consistency is not anything you're striving for anymore because you're in it. So you're doing it. So you are consistently doing what you want to do. Yes, Maureen, health is our wealth. You know, it is. And we need to really take time and see this and do this and understand that this is important. You see, when these things are built in, and these things are built in, it become automatic. You work on autopilot in understanding what this stuff has to do. When people used to say to me, I hate Mondays, I said, that's because you didn't start on Sunday. You see, if you had started your week when it's supposed to be started, you wouldn't hate Monday. It's no longer the beginning of the week because you started it on Sunday. And now that's the second day of the week. It's not the first. So you're not being mad and being confused. Even when I had a job, people said, Karen, how come you're always happy on Mondays? Nobody likes Mondays. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's Monday. And I couldn't get it because
Well, my thing is, you can't get to the weekend without going through Monday. Thank God for Monday.
Right? Thank God for Monday. Sundays, make it your rest day, even if it's a half a day rest day, or even if it's a couple of hours in rest day, so that you're pumped and prepared and ready for Monday. And then you're not trying to give away Monday, so then you only have 4 days a week, because you actually give away Monday when you complain and whine about it. I had a work colleague used to say,
oh my gosh. I never looked at it that way. When you whine about something, you're really giving it away.
Give it away. You waste so much time on it. I had a colleague and she used to say, Marie, she says, Karen, I do not why people want the weekend, because it's 2 days out of their lives and they're just wasting away 5 days to get to the 2 days. And I said, I hear you. And she was Scottish, and her and her husband, they love to dance. Man, when we had staff holidays, parties, the two of them on the dance floor. And she says, Karen, me and my husband get everything done Friday evening. We relax on Saturday because we going and party on Saturday evening. No big, party, just simple. She was in a dance club, so they hold functions, cocktails, and you dance a couple of tunes and you go home. That's what they enjoy. Whatever you enjoy doing, make sure you bring joy into that. I want to not miss this part. Joy is part of building up your health. Okay, it's important. Here's number 2. How does understanding our body helps us? We get to understand what type of person we are when we take the time. We get to understand, if we are morning or night owls and the benefits we're getting from it. Because some people say, I'm a night owl, but it's an excuse to not get up in the morning. And so you need to know if it's true or it's just a lie you've told you for so long that you've just accepted and acquired it. Because not everybody's a night owl. And same for morning people. Most morning people didn't start off being morning people. They had to introduce the idea to themselves, and then they accept the idea, and then they go forward in practicing the idea until it becomes firm, confirmed, and now they're morning people. Because they understand what happens in the morning. Because when somebody tell me I'm a night owl, I said, okay, so if you don't go to bed between 1 till 2 o'clock in the morning, I want to know, are you doing that your meditation time? Or are you doing this? And then they break down into, well, no. When you are a night owl, you're missing out on the things that morning people are able to accomplish. You're tired the first half of your day. You've given most of your day away waiting for this evening.
Okay, now I have a question because I know we have a couple of night owls in the audience. If you're a night owl, put a 1 in the chat. But I know, because I talked to someone about this just the other day, and they indicated that their body clock was different than mine, and it was so dramatic. Yeah. So are you saying that if you're a night owl, you need to change that up? And is that really possible? Because
it's possible. It's possible.
But isn't that in our DNA?
It's possible, and it's not easy work. It's hard work. It's possible, but it's hard work.
Do you recommend it?
I think this is only my thought process. If you are a night owl, and I'm going to say this part again. If you're a night owl, then you need to be So when you're coming off of, because I used to work a lot in the night, so I could talk about this really well. And then I would be into 1, 2 because of the business I was in at the time. I'll be up till 1, 2 in the morning. And then that means for me, I still had to get it back already because I had kids. So I didn't have a choice. So I'm still back up at 6. So I get in like this couple hours sleep and I'm back up again. But when you are doing that, you miss out on certain things unless you discipline yourself. That when you see two things I'm going to refer here. When you miss 12 o'clock and you go over to 1 o'clock as a night out, you're entering another day. You
Okay.
are leaving one day to go over to the next.
Okay.
That's the first thing you got to know. And what are you doing about it? If you're going to do that, you got to be like my mom. My mom is a night owl, which means she'll do her meditation then. She'll do her stuff before she go to sleep, which means she's starting the day with the same properties that I would, just that she's doing it before she goes down to sleep. She's retired. She's welcome to do that. But if you're running a business, could you imagine? And you are sleeping the most important part of your day, depending on the business too, I will say, but depending on the business, if the business that needs you in the morning, you're missing out on that part. Now, let's talk about changing it.
If the business needs you in the
If the
morning.
business needs you in the morning. So I want to be clear because I don't want people to think that
Yeah.
I want to be clear. If the business needs you. Now, if you have a business where you can work from 1, you could work from 3 o'clock in the day and it doesn't need you, then you don't feel it as much. You really don't feel it as
Yes.
much. It's just the people who needs that. So now they're battling, and sometimes they'll never tell anybody. But in their mind, they're battling to be able to survive in the daytime because they've been up all night into a new day. And the body is really getting stressed out and tormented and getting pulled in all direction. And so they go off balance. And this is the other part. It makes them eat wrong. It makes them drink the wrong things at the wrong time of the day. This is my belief. God don't make mistake. So he knew why he made night and day. Period. He
Mhm.
knows what the body needs. And he knows when it's rest times and he knows when it's time to be up. So when we change the pattern, it causes this conflict with our health because most night people, and I used to be one of them, late night people, and I've worked 12-hour shifts, which means I start 7 in the evening till 7 next morning. It encourages us to not eat well when
Mm.
we are in the night shift. It really causes a lot of health problems in the night shift.
Now I believe that, and I have a family member who works the night shift, and I don't know when they rest, and they have a new baby, so
It's hard.
I can't even imagine.
It's
How
hard.
do you work that body clock when you're up all night? You go to work at 6 in the evening and get off at like 3 or 4 in the morning. So it's like that's a lot to
Your
me.
body's all over the place. Your body is all over the place. I'm telling you, I did it. I did it for a couple of years work wise.
Hmm.
And then I did it when I had my business before work. But I was younger then, so I never noticed it. And I was always a slim person, so you couldn't see the weight gain on me. So it
Hmm.
didn't show up physically, but it definitely showed up mentally. I was exhausted a lot. I
Exactly.
felt I felt out of sort a lot. I was young, so I wasn't discussing it with anybody. I was just going through to get through. And so it was hard on my body. Anytime I deviate from what I'm supposed to do, it's hard to come back on track, period. So, anybody who's been a night owl for years and you tell them that they can change, it is going to be like they are digging to build a house. That's how dramatic it's going to be, no question. So, when you go to bed, if somebody's a night owl, I send them to bed around, well, send them, but I tell them, you probably should start thinking about bed around 8. They're going to freak out, first of all. But I really is asking them to wind down so they can get to bed at 10. So
Mm.
I'm showcasing to them that, I've had clients who really, really want to change things around because they can see the benefit. And which means if they're a tea drinker, that's what they're going to be doing. If they drink coffee, they're going to have to eliminate that coffee for the night. They're going to have to, do water and do things that is most soothing for them. Maybe drink warm water if you're not a tea
Mm.
person. Eat.
Less stimulating.
Yes. Do instead of aerobics, you'll be doing things that stretches like Pilates and that sort of stuff. If you're a Christian, you read your Bible. If you're a person who meditate, you'll meditate. You'll just take quiet time and taking stock of yourself. And you want to be in this peaceful situation, winding yourself up. You won't want to read a book about war or a book, or you read a book, but you read a real calm book, nothing political and that sort of thing. So you're pulling you down. And over time, you'll be able to go to sleep and get up. Facts. You'll be able to go to sleep and get up. Because think about it, if you're university and you're studying, we study all hours of the night. But when we're done and we start to work, we're not doing that anymore. And we shift it out. Think about a person who gets up in the morning. I had a friend who was going to be a journalist and who ended up working on TV. And so she goes into work at 3 a.m. It's crazy to imagine somebody's getting up to go to work at that time.
Well, I don't know, because I get up at 4.
Me too. Me too, but we're there already. That's what it is. We're there already.
So just an extra hour, but she has to be at work at 3.
I have to work for that time.
So she's, I see the difference. There is a difference there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm.
I can't even lie. As much as I would be up late in the night, since I was around 9, I was getting up at 5 a.m. That's just the way it was. Things I had to accomplish. I had
the body clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just the way it was. So I didn't have an alarm or anything. It's just I'm up at 5. I get to the things I need to get to school. That's the way it was, and that's how it is. But if you're turning the leaf over and you want to get to be in the day, the said day, it's going to take some effort and it's going to take some focus. And as I said, do you want it bad enough? Because if you do, you will do it.
All right. So
you will do it. You will do it. And what benefits do we gain when we are healthy? Oh my gosh. Let me give you the simplest one. Walking up the step without being short of breath. Okay. Simple as that. Anytime I hear somebody says, I want to live in a 1-level house, I don't want any stairs. I'm like, you're doing yourself a disservice. Stairs are good as you're getting older.
And that's what I did. I moved into a 1-level house about 15 years ago because I said, I may not have any assistance and I may need to, do this and that, and it will be easier to adapt at home.
Yes.
But you're right. I have found that when I go to other buildings, stairs are a challenge. Yes. And especially after being, what would you call it, for the past year, whatever that was about.
Right.
Okay. I didn't go into a lot of other buildings, especially buildings that had stairs. So now I'm finding it an additional challenge to get things back together.
Right, because stairs is like uphill. I watch this movie nearly every Christmas. I encourage my mom, and now she loves it. I can't remember the name now. But this woman ended up being homeless. That's already the king of it here. She ended up being homeless. And this black girl, and she used to work at a bank. She lost her job. She lost everything, husband, everybody. And the only way she could have worked out and exercised, the only way she could keep herself from not going crazy with thinking about all the stresses was climbing stairs. And she found a building, and she would go up the stairs every day in the morning and in the evening. And she had a lot of weight too, because she showed us she lost the weight, right, just from climbing the stairs. And when she got to the top of the stairs, she said she kept thinking, that's where I'm going to be eventually. So this was, was part financial, was part health, was part building everything in her mind. And everything was being built in her mind because she had nothing. She didn't have a place to sleep. She's sleeping in her car, and then she lost her car. Crazy story. But she ended up helping another woman to do the same thing. And while she was training the woman said, I can't go up those stairs. And she asked the woman where she had lived. And the woman was telling her, she goes, you never climb stairs. These stairs it's going to signify what we're going to, where we're leading to, where we're getting to. It was a good movie. I should find the name and tell you. It was a really, really good Christmas movie. A really good movie.
Well, we want to say good morning to
Good morning, Carlos.
Carlos, and good morning to Patricia. She's watching.
Morning, Patricia.
So, hi, Patricia. Yes. Wow.
And that alone is just gaining, that alone is just one of the main benefits. It makes you, when you start disciplining yourself with health, Eating is another thing. We overeat a lot without
Mhm.
recognizing. We overeat a lot.
Oh, girl, please.
Lord, we overeat. We overeat.
Especially in this past year,
Mm-hmm.
because that was the only thing that didn't have any restrictions on it. We
Yes,
could control, what we
exactly.
ate, and we were gentle on ourselves because there were so many
So
other
many
things.
things happening.
Oh my gosh.
So many things happening last year. Because when I did my first 75, this first part of the year, eh? And the minute I say I'm going to do something in my household, people just bring me all kind of crap. That's the time I'm gifted the stupidest things. And I
It-
tell them,
it's like Christmas. The
yes.
minute you say you're going to start eating healthy for the next year, people start bringing stuff and dropping it on your desk, don't they?
So I got a bag. My mom liked to laugh. I call it my magic bag. I just dumped everything in there. And I showed her my magic bag and how greatly filled it was of things that I am touching. So those are the stuff that I would have eaten had I not
Wow.
looking after myself. And I'm just looking at the magic bag because that's what I call it. It's a little magic bag. And
Girl,
I come and I put it in the magic bag. I say thank you. Because instead of complaining, one of the things I decided for myself, I said, they can't make me eat it. They just gifted it to me. So why am I fussed with them? If I put it in my magic bag, I could see over this time how much crap I am not eating.
how nice.
Let's pack the bag.
Let's build a monument to resistance,
Yes.
consistency, and good health.
Right. And and I started off the journey, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to say that it was easy. It is tough as nails when you come out of your customary, or if you never done it before, and here you don't want to do it. And I committed myself to 7 days a week workout, and I said, Karen, you must be crazy. And not only that, but I decided Monday to Friday I'm going to do 2 days, 2 times a day. And I floundered, and I went through my own crazy mind boggling situations. And I say to myself, okay, put up a schedule, set it up. So I set up my schedule, I pack it up with things, and I said, these are the 3 main things I want to accomplish. I want to create a line of clothing for myself because I need to get rid of what I had. So a long time I haven't designed myself a line of clothing, so I did. And I was working on my bookkeeping, so I did that, and my workout beside my business. These are the 3 goals I had for myself personally.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, when the 75-day hit, I had my collection, in my collection, I think I did 15 pieces, design, cut, and sewed, because I disciplined and consistently did what I said I was going to do. I broke down the working out to the same 7 days a week, but only Monday to Friday I work out twice versus the weekend. And I knew it was manageable, so I said it. And I decide how I'm going to eat, when I'm going to eat, and how I'm going to prepare my food. When I start for the first 30 days, I was so upset with my own self. So let me just confess right now that I can do what I want to do instead of what I said I am going to do. Nobody, just Karen, upset with Karen.
Mm-hmm.
But I consistently stick with it, and I rewarded myself with stickers and dance. That was my goal. Nothing to eat, stickers. I had my beautiful stickers to showcase that I did work out or I did eat right, whatever. I had my calendar and my stickers, and that's what kept me afloat. Once I passed my first 25 days, I was like, this isn't hard. I am making it hard. I really want you to hear that. We make things hard. It is not hard. We make it hard. We resist. We resist.
My goodness, my goodness.
We're stuck. It's resisting.
Oh my gosh. Well, Coach, can
And I get tired. Sorry, let me look at the time.
That's okay. Can you summarize what we can do and how we can get in touch with you if we need help? Oh my gosh, everybody needs help.
Health is important as our wealth, and you guys know I talk about money. I decided to do this challenge where you guys can hop into Profits in Daily, and we're going to be talking about this stuff and talking about money, because I want you to know the same discipline that we're forming with our health is the same discipline we are going to be forming with our wealth. They go hand in hand.
Well, the thing is, if you don't have your health, you can't keep your wealth.
You can't keep it with, because you're going to spend all of it out on getting back your health.
Exactly, redeeming your health. So.
You know what I mean? So we want to do that. So all this month we're talking about do I want it badly enough? And I want to be a healthy, wealthy person. And here's the things I need to do about it. But at the same time, I just want you guys to know, I want you to be gentle with yourself. This is not a harshness. This is not about pushing you into cuffing you in your face over and over. This is about understanding health is being able to rest when you need to rest. Discipline yourself to do the things you know you must do because of the rewards you're going to get from it. And once you do that and you keep doing it, you'll see results from it. Because next week, we're going to talk about wealth.
All right. Well, Coach, I want people to know that they can find you over there on your Facebook page at Profits in Daily.
Mm-hmm.
And she does have a Facebook group. I saw that you put something up. Was it today or yesterday? Talking about the group and to come on into the group.
Yes, yes.
So I am recommending that you join Coach Karen's group and get wealthy and healthy.
Yes, 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 and yes.
Yes. So with that, is there anything else you want to share before we go?
No, that's it. That's it. Anybody needs any talk to me, always on my business page, 30 minutes, free session, just to clarify, talk, walk through, or understand anything.
Okay. So guys, you heard her. You can get a complimentary session just to clarify where you are. Okay. Meanwhile, we want you to know that you can join Biz Chicks by texting Biz to 33777. Also, I want you to know that, hey, I've got a new business. And if you want to know about my new business, just direct message me and I'll tell you all about it. It helps fight COVID in your home. So, hey, you might want to give me a direct message. I'll look for it over there on my Facebook page. And with that, we want to remind you, hey, go to the front of your own mind.
Yes.
And we'll see you tomorrow. We will be talking with Robin Shimizu and friends about healthy, happy habits with Robin Shimizu. In addition to that, we're going to, on Friday, talk tech and English, Coach. So, you know, guys, you want to tune in. So we'll see you until then, tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye. Thank you again, Coach Karen, for all that you do. We appreciate you. Guys, let her know you appreciate her. Put a little something in the chat. Let her know. All right. With that, we're going to thank everybody. And we say again, bye-bye. We'll see you tomorrow.